Hello, Jason. Here's the car we talked about earlier today. Kind of just give you a brief walk around. To show you back later. So here's some of the problems. When they painted the car, they didn't remove the caps. Well, the lines are very decent. It's still stuck on. Here lies the quarter panel. Here's the wheel well. They removed the undercoating. But in a nutshell, it's still pretty much all right there. This is the reaction of some type I was talking about right at the lead seams. And as you get into this part, it might be kind of hard to tell on the camera. There's a lot of modeling right here. And we have some type of, there you can see it there real nice. Some type of reaction right there again where the lead seam is coming down to the pillar. Here's the door. Scoop. Well, I have the door open. Here's the interior. Like I said, everybody claims you can eat off it, but yeah, you really can. That's just surface rust. It's not that it's a biggie. Headliner's still in the car. Like to keep that if possible. As far as the doors go, that's my opinion. Very solid. Bottom of the door. These are the original weather strips, best I could tell, especially with the cut right there. I would love if we could keep those. I don't know if we got a mask around it or how much we get into the jam, depending on the color. I doubt we'll be able to save the outer belt line. But you never know. We have a small burn through right there. The cowl's nice and clean in there. Here's the inner wheel. You can see some signs of undercoating from the factory. Here's what I was talking about where they did a panel. And you can tell they lapped it in. I don't know what we can do about that. I'm not overly concerned about the outside. As you can see, back is really nice. That's the kind of surface rust I was telling you about. Popping. Again, when they painted the car in the past, they basically didn't remove the nose. So I know if I were to keep it this way and start driving it, all that's going to crack. Only crack I noticed in the hood, very common. Closing the doors is right there. Walking around and all the panels are all there and in really nice shape. Basically, you're going to kind of get the same thing on this side. I I'm really comfortable with the door lines. Right here, I'll show you the wheelhouse while I'm right here. I'm sorry, not the wheelhouse, the inner fender area. So the car, I think, has been blasted. This side's in decent shape. You can catch the number right there. Torque buck welds. We get the same thing over here. Small popping right there, right on the seam. And same thing on this side. Don't really quite know what happened right on the lead seam here. Again, some, if you can see real heavy modeling right there. So here's kind of what you got in the back half. And here's this balance area. So as far as the undercarriage goes, car's actually in really decent shape. I don't know how much you know about the cars, but you can actually see the number on the leaf. Undercarriage has been painted black. Pretty solid. Completely comfortable with the frame rail area and the trunk drop on the passenger side. As far as the driver's side, though, somebody has grafted in right here a trunk drop from the load off. So I would like that cleaned up, and also where they put it to the quarter here. Here's the funny part is I see some weld marks. You can't really see them in the picture, kind of right there and right there. That could have been factory and then stripped. I can't tell if the cross braces has really been done or not. But either way, want to keep the metal. While I'm under here, I'll go ahead and shoot the undercarriage here from this side. So basically just surface rust, but really nice and clean. Maybe we have to do a little repair right there. Looks like somebody might have hooked it. This side I'm comfortable with. Spring box did kind of take a little crunch right there. So again, I don't know what we can do about that. But you can see the rest of the floors. Everything here is nice and clean. The torque box and the walls and the lip. Now we get into the engine compartment again. The surface. So I'll get out from here now. Go ahead. Hi, that's me. Get in the engine compartment. Again, it's just kind of that funny looking surface rust type of stuff there. Nothing but a sand and paint. Don't see any metalwork. As far as how they did the apron, it's clean. You can't see spot welds like this side. I'd like to have the spot welds put in. They've mimicked something up here, but is not correct. So here's a complete shot of the engine bay. When they did the hood, underneath the hood here should be black. They didn't do that, but boy, that sure looks pretty right there with what they did there. So that is that. Trunk area wise, go with probably this key. Lines to the deck lid. Again, for factory stuff and what I expect it to be. Don't see any major situations with that. When you get into the trunk, you can see it's really solid. There's the factory undercoat on this side. I'd like to see. That looks nice. So we put a factory Ford tank in there. Yeah. So this side here is where it gets a little funny. You can see the line right here where they spliced. No, they spliced that in, and they've kind of removed some of the undercoating. But you get up in there and it's, kind of the way it's supposed to be underneath the deck lid. Again, I don't know what we can do to keep the original weather strips. They appear to be original. It depends on how the color matches, or that's going to be your call, whatever you think. They must have put Bow Shield or something on the stuff back in the day, or some type of WD-40 or something. It's not sticky, but boy, it sure looks nice. I don't think I did a door line on this side. It's a little tight down there at the bottom. Got a pretty good gap up here on this side. And then hood lines. And as far as the windows go, I mean, these are in place. These are just sitting, front and rear glass are just sitting in place. There's a roof shot. So there she is. I will upload and get this off to you, and hopefully we'll talk soon. Thank you for your time.